This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Brad Summers from the Boys and Girls Club of Alpena. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Nancy.
I've been hearing a rumor, 115 kids a day already.
Already.
Amazing.
Well, I said we usually hit our pinnacle in the middle part of July, and already we're seeing 115 kids a day. Even on our first day of the summer program, we saw 90, which usually is our slow period right the first week, but we have hit the ground running this year, and programs are doing very well. Kids are doing great, and the new staff that we have hired on is acclimating very well to the culture.
Yeah, and that was going to be my next comment. That's a testament to the staff, the programs, and all the stuff. It's the fun place to be.
It is. You know, and it really is a blessing to work here. It's stressful at times, of course, when you have that many kids under your care and supervision. There's a lot of stress there because, of course, you know, the safety of every kid is our number one priority, and then providing those kids with educational components too is very important. So there's a lot of stress that goes into that stuff, but at the same time, these people that are hired on have a lot of experience, are hired for certain reasons. So they're good at what they're doing, they're honing their skills as young professionals, and they have fun with it too, because, you know, a lot of times your supervision is playing foosball with a kid, you know, or running a group discussion about book club or summer book club, or, you know, a lot of those kind of things. So if you enjoy the educational process and enjoy being surrounded by fun, loving children, it's always been a fun place to work.
And, you know, I think of the kids that are just home sitting in front of a television or a computer screen all day with no supervision. And these kids are, like I said, the most joyous noise in Alpena is walk by there and just hear the laughter that pours out of that building with the doors closed. It's amazing how much fun those kids are having, seeing them on the river fishing and seeing them out about on field trips and all the fun stuff that they do. I mean, 115 kids, I hope that grows much larger, because it should.
Well, you know, like I said, our pinnacle is usually reached in July, and that's usually about 125. So, you know, we're actually expecting, you know, in between that 125 mark and 150 this summer. You know, and it's a testament to the community and the exposure of the programs that we're running. A lot of people are seeing the value in what we're doing for that $10 a year membership fee.
Yes,
those kids
amazing.
get fed, they get caring, supervised adult, you know, relationships, just so many great things. It pays for itself in about 3 days coming to the club for that year membership. It
does. And some of those activities we talked about was STEAM.
STEAM is our science, technology, engineering, and mathematics program. It's just like STEM programming. It's designed to get kids into a creative mindset and to kind of get themselves ready for an ever-evolving job field that's out there. There's a lot of science, mathematics, engineering, you know, technology. That's the future.
Oh, it is.
So to give these kids those skills and resources at an early age is vital to what we're doing. And, you know, and these kids are so interested in it because, you know, there's computers and phones and all this stuff is so readily accessible to them. You know, it's a way for us to teach responsibility with this stuff, and a way to teach different skills to get them, you know, better suited for job fields. You know, even at 9, 10 years old, these kids are far exceeding what I even know on a cell phone. So, you know, they can take my phone over and they show me things that I didn't even know I could do on my own phones and computers. So it's pretty amazing what these kids are capable of.
Okay. And then Summer Book Club, always a good partnership with Alpena County Library, fun thing to do. And proven fact is that if kids read over the summer, they retain a lot of those skills when they're ready to go back to the higher grade.
Absolutely, because you know, combating that summer slide, going in, you know, when a kid graduates 4th grade, going into 5th grade, a lot of times during the summer, they're not reading a lot. They're not, you know, retaining those kind of
engaging their mind.
Exactly. They're just, you know, they're in the summer mindset.
Yeah.
You know, they want to go swimming, ride their bikes, play with their friends. So this is a way for us to kind of step in and help these kids with that summer slide and get them prepared for the next grade level, whatever it may be, 5th grade, 2nd grade, even going into high school. You know, it's a way for us to kind of give these kids those skills and resources to be better suited for the next grade.
Okay. And teen science program?
Yep. Teen Science program, that's the fun one. It's a program that when I was doing the programming that I really enjoyed doing too, because it's getting kids out and exploring nature. Finding out what trees are, what kind of trees are, and bugs, and rocks, and in the sky, and the weather, and all that fun stuff that goes into this, and that surrounds us.
Yes.
We've talked about this many times. I mean, we live in a very beautiful area, and there's a lot to explore. So being able to provide a science program for these kids to get out there and explore and be active in the beautiful community that they live in is very important.
And I haven't seen the YVC kids out there yet, but I'm sure they've got plans and are going to be out in the community like crazy.
Oh, they're out in the community right now. They've been really busy with picking strawberries.
Oh.
They've been going out to AJ's at about 6 o'clock in the morning, picking between 100 to 150 quarts a day.
Wow.
And they have people that that have signed up to buy strawberries from them, and they're using the proceeds from each quart to provide some money and some funds to get kids to the Youth Summit in October in Philadelphia.
Perfect.
So and of course it's a kind of it's an expensive endeavor for the kids, but they have certain fundraisers that they're going to be hitting and milestones that they're going to be hitting this summer to help raise the money for this. As long as we empower the kids to raise the money and to take that responsibility to go out there and seek the funds, they're going to take more personal things away from this.
Yes.
And be more engaged with the actual event itself in October.
Okay, sounds wonderful.
Important.
Yeah, okay. Well, we don't have a whole bunch of time yet here, but we want to talk about the UHC/BGCA program.
Yeah,
Lots of acronyms.
UHC is United Healthcare. And this is a new partnership for the Boys and Girls Club. They contacted us to help with some kind of an event this year, and my unit director, Jen Digna, has really been working with United Healthcare to provide a kickoff event for the summer for teens 11 to 18 years old and their parents. And it revolves around our Money Matters program,
Okay.
which is our fiscal responsibility program, teaching kids what a credit card is, or what APRs are, or how to do a checkbook or start a savings account, or all that stuff. Trying to teach teenagers the importance of those things. So if they do go to college, they don't just sign up for that credit card, max it out, and spend the next 10 years trying to pay it off. Trying to teach them financial responsibility.
Great idea.
And what a great partnership it is with them too. They're able to provide a lot of resources for us, and of course that gets passed right on to the kids.
Okay. And 2 teens from the Youth Volunteer Corps were named to the International Youth Board. What a coup for your center.
Mm-hmm.
Not that surprises me.
Well, we're very lucky. That volunteer program, the Youth Volunteer Corps program that we run at the club has been bestowed many awards in the past year, and we're lucky to have just some fantastic kids that are involved with it, and great young leaders that will do well in any community that they go to. But we had 2 that were selected out of 16 kids in the entire country.
Amazing.
Out of thousands and thousands of volunteers. We had 2 that were selected to represent our area on the International Advisory Board. So
1 would be phenomenal, 2 is amazing.
2 is amazing. 2 is absolutely amazing.
Okay, we have just enough time to let people know that they still get snacks and a free meal, membership $10 a year, $15 a family, 356-0214 if you have any questions to ask. And like I said, just walk by there someday and listen to the laughter. You'll want your kids to be a part of the joy and the fun things that go on there.
Absolutely. Everybody's welcome to come in. So
Thank you very much.
thank you.
I'll be right back with some information from Huron Humane Society following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is Jennifer Newhouse from Huron Humane Society. Well, Jennifer, let's get right to it. We've got a ton of things to
Yes.
talk about, starting with 4th of July.
Yes, we have a group of 15 young people that are going to be putting together a sand sculpture and doing a small bake sale, and all of the donations will go to the Huron Humane Society.
Yay!
Yes.
Embarcade. I remember what a wonderful, wonderful
Yes.
event it was last year at the Figurehead, and it's coming back.
Yes, we will be doing it August 20th at
Okay.
the Figurehead. We're getting auction items to do a small silent auction. We will be cooking hot dogs and serving lunch, and Patrick will be there doing haircuts.
Yay! It's coming
Yeah.
back.
Yes.
Wonderful, and that was just a wonderful event. So August 20th, put it on your calendar.
Yes.
Okay, Tag Day.
Tag Day is coming up as well, September 9th and 10th. We will
Okay.
be there from 9 a.m. until 4. We're going to be at Neiman's, both entrances of Walmart,
Okay.
and at Great North
Pet Supply.
Pet Supply.
Okay, and we need volunteers.
Yes.
So if you have an hour or two, bring your kids, bring your animal with you, sit out there, collect donations for us, and the importance is for microchipping.
Yes, and tags, so that if your pet gets lost, we're able to return it to you in a timely fashion.
Okay, so please, time slots are 9 to 1 and 1 to 4 both days.
Yes.
And the email is hhsevents999@gmail.com, or go to the Facebook page.
Yes.
We want to talk about the Facebook page a little bit too, Jen.
Yes, our Facebook page, we use it when we're looking for volunteers. We help people find their pets
Yes,
that
so
have
important.
run away or have strayed from home. If you find a pet, it's a great place to go to post that pet so we can get it back to its home.
And all the events that you're doing, and
Yes.
the animals that are adorable adoptables on there.
Yes.
And it's a really good way to just stay connected with the shelter, which is an
Yes.
important entity in our
Yes.
community.
We put events up there that we're holding. Sometimes we are in need of like cat litter or bleach or an item, so we'll put it up there asking for the community's help, and we get a great response
wonderful.
to that.
Okay, shelter news. We're
Yes.
full of dogs and cats.
We are filled right now, right to the brim. We do not have an empty kennel. We have dogs of all ages, all breeds. Our cat rooms are full. We just opened our new Petey's Playroom.
Yes.
It's a new colony. So we are really full. If you're looking for a pet, come to the Humane Society because we have everything you can imagine.
Yes, you do. And you're going to do some temperament testing.
Yes, that is new to the shelter. We're bringing it back, and it is to help us find any issues that these dogs have. We want to make sure that they're placed in a home that best suits them. So we check to see if they need, extra training on being pet or approached. We do testing with their food, make sure that we can take it away from them and that they don't get aggressive. Because we really want these dogs to go to homes
Permanent
that they
homes.
will be successful in.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the testing greatly reduces the number of dogs returned and cats
Yes.
returned to the shelter, and say,
Yes.
say, hey, this dog has been tested. We know that he's not aggressive. He loves kids. He loves other animals. You can take his food dish right out from in front of him, and all those good things.
Yes.
Okay. And adoption fee for dogs is $50. Puppies $75. Cats and kittens are $35.
Yes. And I want to just tell you that with your adoption fee, you are getting a free visit to the vet.
Okay.
If your pet is not already spayed or neutered, we pay for that as well. They're all up to date on vaccinations. So your money, you're definitely getting, a great dog or cat that has been taken care of for that cost.
And Jennifer, as I'm thinking of all these things, if you can't go down to the Sandcastle contest, if you can't go to Barkaid, if you can't help out at Tag Day, if you don't have the internet and can't go to Facebook, and if you can't adopt a dog, you could consider fostering an animal.
Yes.
You could come pick up a dog, take it home on the weekends to play with your dog or your grandkids and bring it back, or just keep it for any length of time. Just any social exposure to a cat or a dog makes them much, much easier to adopt. Plus, we know you're going to fall in love with them and you're going to want to keep them.
Yes. Also, if you have an extra hour during the day and you can come out to the shelter to walk a dog or two,
Yes.
It helps out the shelter staff, especially when we have so many animals. It's a lot to take care of them and to clean their cages, and we don't have as much time as what we would like to spend with them. So if you have some time to come out and walk a dog,
Okay.
it's a huge help to the
You don't
staff.
have to call ahead. You don't have to, just say, hey, can I come out? And what are the hours at the shelter, Jen?
Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. till 4:30.
Okay.
And on Saturdays from 11 to 3. We are closed on Sundays and Mondays.
Okay, very good. All right, we have some new exciting news. I saved the best for last.
Yes, exciting news. We will be opening a high-end retail boutique.
RETAIL.
Yes, Retails is what we're going to be called, and it'll be opening in a couple weeks. We are looking for donations right now.
Yes.
We are looking for household items, glassware, pictures, paintings,
Furniture,
small furniture items, shelves,
garden
lamps.
items.
Yes, handbags, jewelry, scarves.
No clothes, no shoes, no electronics.
Yes.
Okay, but we want to let people know we stress high end. These are things that are giftable, things that people
Yes.
could wrap up and take for a gift somewhere. So keep
Yes.
that in mind. Or if you're an artist that makes a certain thing, if you'd like to come in and make your item in front of everyone or donate some items, we'd just be glad to have it. And just know that this money stays right here in our community. No penny goes anywhere else.
Right.
And supports the shelter and all the wonderful animals in our community.
Yes.
And we're looking for volunteers to work there too.
Yes. We will have somebody there that is employed by the shelter.
Okay.
And then there will be volunteers to help check in items, arrange the items, clean, that kind of thing.
Okay, so we're looking for volunteers. Same thing, go on the Facebook page, or you can go to hereonhumanesociety.org,
Yes.
or you can call the number, which is,
You can call my cell phone,
Okay.
989-464-0861.
thank you, Jennifer, and I'm so excited, and I know I can't wait to hear next month. The store should hopefully already be opened and hear all the
Yes.
wonderful, exciting news.
Yes, thank you, Nancy.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster. I'm president of Alpena Community College, and I am pleased to have as our guest today Andrew Augustin, who works over at the National Marine Sanctuary and as a first mate on the boat, the glass bottom boat over there. Welcome, Andrew.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure. There's a really neat event that's happening Thursday, June 30th at the Sanctuary. It's a live feed from the Nautilus, where an ACC instructor, David Cummins, is doing some research work. Can you fill in the folks?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be tomorrow, or Thursday, from 12 to 1 o'clock, and we'll be talking with David Cummins, instructor at Alpena Community College, my former instructor through the Marine Tech program, on board the exploration vessel Nautilus. They're operating off of the coast of Central California right now, and actually have an ROV in the water about 2 miles deep. They're exploring deep sea canyons, sea mounts, so these mountains that are underwater, and shortly after that, moving on to the Channel Islands National Marine Sanctuary to map the seafloor there, where the Channel Islands, it's about 50% unexplored at this point. Wow. So some pretty neat things going on there.
How far off the coast would the Nautilus be at this time?
At this point, it's probably a couple 100 miles. So that's something, it's a live Q&A session, so that would be a great question to ask David when this is going on. So I would say it would vary greatly from any different point, as they probably have definite points that they want to hit. But yeah, that would be a great question to ask David during the Q&A session.
And explain to the viewers the significance of the Nautilus and also, well, there's two parts here, and the significance of David's being on board.
Yeah, so first to touch on significance of the Nautilus, most people have heard of Dr. Robert Ballard, guy that discovered Titanic as well as the German battleship Bismarck. So pretty famous guy. This is his vessel now. It's from the 1960s. It's been retrofitted to have all this different top-of-the-line, very new technology. So you have ROVs, they have this stuff called telepresence, which allows us live broadcasts. Like we'll be able to talk to David and the crew on board. And what they're doing is going out into this ocean that's been largely unexplored and discovering all these things that are left out there. So you basically have a blank slate and you're filling in the blanks from there. So that's kind of the purpose of the Nautilus and what they've been doing. And David's position is very, very important to this. He's the Science Communication Fellow. So he's that communication between everybody on the Nautilus and us on shore. As telepresence, and their big thing is being able to talk to students, your general public, teachers that are sending in questions, wanting to know what's going on. He's the link between us and the scientists and crew on board. So very important role.
Very important role, and quite a feather in his cap to get on board.
Oh, absolutely. It's a very highly sought after position to be on one of these. Having been in the field myself, it's kind of the pinnacle in what you seek to do is get on these research vessels and be able to do what David's doing. So it's very remarkable and excellent opportunity he does have.
That's great. That's wonderful. I'm glad you shared that. So what do you think they're seeing under 2 miles under the ocean surface?
Again, personal experience. So you probably know, having gone through the college and the Marine Tech program, I worked in the Gulf for almost 2 years, working offshore oil and gas. So see a lot of this stuff at the bottom in the Gulf. And I actually had an internship on board the Nautilus's sister ship, the Okeanos Explorer, 3 years back. So we were doing a lot of the similar stuff. So first you go out on these vessels and map the seafloor. It's called bathymetric sonar. So you see all the different topography on the bottom. And what you do is you pinpoint certain areas that you want to go with ROVs. So you're sending these things down to, right now they're at a seamount, checking out an area that's never been explored, just seeing what kind of sea life you have, what bottom type it is, how that's been disturbed, and just really what's out there. So they're really these explorers, kind of the frontier of the open ocean.
That is so remarkable and exciting. They're looking at a place on the planet that's never been seen by humans before, probably.
And to me, one of the amazing things with vessels like the Nautilus exploration vessel and Okeanos Explorer, they're really operating on a shoestring budget compared to everything else exploration-wise. As many know and heard about NASA having the funding cuts and working on a shoestring. NOAA and the Ocean Exploration Trust, which operates the Nautilus exploration vessel, operate on less than 1% of what NASA has. So they were really working a lot, doing a lot of great things with the money that they do have.
Very interesting. And Dr. Ballard is a huge believer in telepresence. He's been in Alpena before. I've seen him at the sanctuary and when the sanctuary opened. And he was a big driver at that time for telepresence, which my limited understanding of it had to do with bandwidth primarily.
Yeah. So what they're using is, it's a very high bandwidth signal that they're using. It almost takes any Wi-Fi or anything they would have on board, it's going to be shut down just to exclusively use that. So it is a really interesting thing talking about Dr. Robert Ballard, because that really hits home. In the early days of the Marine Sanctuary when he was here, they actually said some of the same ROVs that they have on the vessel right now with David and the Nautilus, well, we're here mapping shipwrecks. So where we had a little bit of unknown here with the shipwrecks and what we had in the Marine Sanctuary, it's very similar to what they're doing right now. So again, that really hits home.
Well, I can tell you when Dr. Ballard was here and was promoting telepresence in the ROVs, it catched the idea of a Marine Tech program for ACC. And that was part of the reason we developed it. So
yeah, it's really coming full circle, and that's the great thing is David, you working with this program and having students go through and all these opportunities for students. It's a great thing for David to be able to be a part of this at the forefront of that technology that we're working to have with the Marine Tech program here at the college.
Absolutely. So tell us, it's a busy time over at the Marine Sanctuary. You got, what are some of the things that are coming up? We got about a minute and a half left.
Well, excellent. I'll touch on a lot of that real quick then. 4th of July is coming up, so we have Maritime Fest on the 4th. It's our biggest event of the year. We'll have thousands of people coming through. Glass bottom boat running daily, 3 times a day, 4 on the 4th. So that'll be a great time to get out on the water. It looks like beautiful weather coming up. The night before, on the 3rd, we have an event called Battle of the Paddles, which is a kayak and paddleboard race going down the river and back, ending at the sanctuary, where there are different events going on. Coming up July 14th, 15th, 16th, we have a vessel called the Inland Seas coming from Traverse City, and you'll be able to tour on board that. They're going out both the 15th and 16th, 3 times a day. So a lot of opportunities to get out in the water, see what we have going on in the Marine Sanctuary and on the glass bottom boat, Lady Michigan. So
wonderful stuff. On the isn't Hannah McDonald tied to that last event?
One of the volunteers that we had, our volunteer of the year last year, Hannah McDonald, will be on board as an intern on in the Inland Seas, so it'll be very good. Another full circle thing, having people come back, come through the Marine Sanctuary. So it'll be a very good time.
Like yourself.
Absolutely, myself as well.
So Andrew, thanks for taking the time to talk with us. Good luck. By the time this airs, David's live stream will be complete, but it's a wonderful thing. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your hosts, Nancy Smitham and Don McMaster. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on the community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.
The Talk of the Town furniture and set design are provided by Young Appliance Art Van Furniture on US 23 South in Alpena.